Alright guys, let's talk about Celestia or TIA on the channel for the first time. This is actually a crypto I probably missed out on when it first launched back here in October of 2023. Now, Celestia had a really nice run in the beginning, guys, but this is pretty typical of a lot of cryptos in the beginning. They usually surge some several 100%, and yeah, they end up coming back down. But I am pretty shocked that this came down so low, guys. As you can see, pretty much it came all the way back to, what was this, about $2.35. I think it opened higher. No, okay, the opening here was $2.87. Okay, that is lower. So, yeah, I am a little bit shocked. If you got in on this candle here in the beginning of February, wow, that's an amazing job, guys. I don't think it will ever go back there. But never say never. I just think, we're probably at the point of the bull run where things are just about to get crazy. Now, you can see pretty much it has held this $2.95, we can say, weekly support. Now, it's held this for basically 5 weeks. So the more you hit on the support, the weaker it gets. So this is pretty much back when it opened. It hit this resistance here at about 295, but powered through it the next week. But basically, it's hit this the last 5 weeks in a row. Let me put this on a daily chart now. I just want to see how this looks on a daily time frame. Now, okay, this is making a little bit higher lows. I mean, these are just slightly, higher lows, basically. Maybe you could even say this is... Let's see, you could even say maybe this is a little bit higher low or something here, although it's kind of equal candles. I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. But yeah, okay, you're starting to see a trend here. So let's see what happens. Now I want to go to the technical indicators like I like to do. Just let's see how much strength this may still have in it. Now, daily time frame, Stochk RSI is overbought. Pretty much going flat here on the RSI, but in still neutral territory. A little bit above the middle point, we can say, of this neutral territory. Weekly time frame, wow, that looks pretty good. It's extremely oversold here on the Stochk, and pretty much, it's pointed to the upside on the RSI. Still very low. It's even below the halfway point here. So yeah, I like that. Now, monthly time frame has just started to print because this is barely a year old. So it takes about a year to start printing, the monthly RSI and Stochk. So yeah, there is nothing here. It's just kind of flat right now. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame here. Okay, so it is a little bit overbought here on the Stochk. It is trending down here on the RSI. So you are starting to see some candles, that are turning red here. Whoops, I want to get rid of this. Let me change this. So yeah, you can start to see that, it's starting to get some red candles here on the 4-hour time frame. So the 1-hour time frame here, it is actually oversold on the Stochk. That is good. The RSI is right in the middle pretty much, and it's a little bit pointed down, but almost sideways, guys. So you can see this is pretty much just going sideways. It looks like it wants to tick back up though, but extremely oversold here on the Stochk, so that is fine. 15 minutes just for fun. Now this is kind of just going sideways really for a long time. Wow, you can see this is just a lot of sideways action up here. So if I take all this into consideration, the 15-minute actually looks fine. It's right in the middle. It's in neutral territory. There's nothing overheated or anything. 1 hour, extremely oversold and right in the neutral and the RSI. 4-hour, it may be the worst time frame that I see on, Celestia. Just a little bit oversold, though. It looks like it's going to come down into this neutral territory soon, though. The daily, a little bit oversold, too. And yeah, the weekly looks fine. So all in all, guys, if I have to take this into consideration, only a couple of time frames have something that is basically slightly overbought. Yeah, I think Celestia still has a move in it, and I do think that it may continue to rise, at least until this point here at about $4.57. That is only about 50 cents away though. It wouldn't take much to move it there. But you can see that this $4.57 was support for a long time, guys. You can see it did fall through here. Okay, you do have a little bit of a deviation here. And kind of, yeah, you do have a deviation right there. But let me tell you, these lines are not 100% perfect. I could probably adjust this and maybe it would sit right here and find support technically. But it's close enough, guys. But you do have one deviation here. So for the most part, you can see that it was support. It even provided resistance in end of January. You can see here. Now it didn't quite get there, but again, like I said, if I lowered this just slightly, actually it would come in at the top of this and fit this a little bit better. So yeah, maybe I can do that now. Let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, I've adjusted it so you can see there, it touched it here, got rejected, and yeah, it was pretty much just support for many months. Now, let's take a look at the tokenomics of Celestia here. It is, how many tokens? Oh, wait, the tokens are up here. Yeah, max supply is infinite. The total supply, only 1.1 billion. So, relatively low total supply. Now, circulating is about 537 million, so that is not too bad either. You know, what this reminds me of is pretty much Solana, guys, because Solana doesn't have any max supply. And you know, they do have, let's just go look at Solana real quick so we can compare. I just want to look at it because I don't want to guess. Now, okay, circulating supply is 507 million. Total supply, okay, it's a little bit less, but you know, here you have infinite max supply. So, yeah, it's something that reminds me of TIA just a little bit. Although, you know, the total supply is a little bit more. You know, that's what I'm trying to say here. So basically, all-time high, you're getting an 80% discount pretty much right now. All-time low, $2.08. I mean, oh, that's kind of strange because on the Binance charts, which the Binance charts may not show the entire history, of course, but, you know, it does say October 31st, 2023. And if we do go to the chart and look back at that time frame, October, yeah. So I'm not sure why this is, you know, deviated a little, but maybe it opened up on another exchange before Binance, and yeah, that's probably the result here, you know, $2.08. But basically, it came down and, you know, and it went almost to its all-time low, you know, just a couple of weeks ago or so, you know, a few weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm really shocked to see it, you know, come down that low. And I'm really kind of sad I missed it. Now, if we do get another, you know, dip on Bitcoin here, and, you know, it's very possible, guys, that Bitcoin comes down still and fills this gap. The gap still sits almost at this level where this line is. Now, this is like a daily support, but the gap sits at 76,509. So, okay, this is 75.8. Yeah, so it's just a little bit above this. And, you know, it could easily come down. We haven't filled that gap completely yet, though. So, if we do come down, guys, I do think this will be a buy, in my opinion. You know, if you, I mean, hey, at $4.08, you can't say it's not really a buy. I mean, that's still quite low in my opinion. I do think Celestia can reach heights way above what it's already reached. Now, it's already reached, let's see here, up at the top, $21.14. Yeah, I think this can go even much higher. So, anyways, let's see what Bitcoin does. I would like to see Bitcoin, you know, reclaim at least 87,150 basically. I don't think that's going to happen for tomorrow, though, unfortunately. And, you know, on a weekly time frame, we really need to secure 93.6, but that is definitely not going to happen without some type of news, you know, propelling it there. Now, taking a quick look at Ethereum, guys, you know, you can see I just really, you know, I'm frustrated with Ethereum because it's supposed to be the leader. Now, you can see this long-term trend line that I've put here today. it is basically holding up this candle. Now, it has dipped below it, and it's resting right on it right now. So if it breaks below this, guys, that is not a good thing. Now, I haven't marked off any weekly supports or daily supports or anything. I'm just going to leave this as it is. But, you know, the bottom of this Fibonacci here is 1763, it looks like. So, yeah, and, you know, we've dipped all the way, you know, from this Fibonacci level through this green one, all the way to the second lowest Fibonacci level there. So, not good to see, guys. Almost back in reaccumulation, which is this red here. And it's not what you want to see. I mean, you know, Ethereum should be much more farther along than it is. Now, you can see that basically it's had a triple top here lately as well. That's another thing I don't like. You have like a triple top, and you can see it's not even really a triple top. You can go all the way back in the past, guys, and see that it just tops out right here. When it gets to basically this Fibonacci level, it's probably best to sell it. You know, at about 3,800, 3,900, just go ahead and sell it, because it doesn't get much higher, guys. It was there for a very short time in its history. So, yeah. Now, taking a look at the total market cap, in one way, we're almost forming an inverse head and shoulders. You do have a shoulder here, you have the head here, and you're starting to form this, you know, shoulder. Let's see what happens, guys. I hope this is an inverse head and shoulder. I don't even want to measure it right now because I want it to break pretty much the neckline. And, you know, since it's kind of a little bit, you know, crooked here, or it's not exactly like, you know, a normal head and shoulders. It's kind of, you can see it's just slanted a little bit, we can say. It's kind of hard to measure this, but I'm not even going to do that, guys. Let's just see if it plays out. Basically, if it would break this 1.08 trillion, I would say then, you know, we need to measure it, but probably it's going to go up to about 1.14 trillion if I just, you know, look at this visually like this and just take an estimate. It looks like 1.14 trillion pretty much, guys. Now, the dominance, guys, again, you can see I've marked it off. We're making higher lows once again, and it really kind of scares me because, you know, the higher it goes, the worse altcoins do. Now, the thing is, guys, if we look at altcoin season index, it's a 35 today. So it has gone up. It was much lower. The low point was down here at 27, just I think it was yesterday, because I think I refreshed this a few hours ago and it was like 27 and it went up to 35. So yeah, really, you know, it's coming up, but still much closer to Bitcoin season than altcoin season, unfortunately, you know, for us. Now, fear and greed is a 20 today, has gone up from a 16. You know, it's still an extreme fear, guys. Was just what, a 10 like 2 days ago. You know, it was lower than the FTX, you know, collapse. So people are afraid right now, guys. So that's probably the best time to buy. Now, the bull market peak indicator sell at the top, this has gone back to 100% hold, and that's because the, you know, days of net outflows, ETF outflows, this actually hit 10 consecutive days yesterday. And it did hit it yesterday, but I'm guessing that yesterday there was no outflow or something like this, so it reset. So that was interesting to see that we went back to 100%, and yeah, nothing has really been hit. So now the Pi Cycle top indicator is the best indicator, I would say. Still hasn't crossed, as you see. And yeah, guys, I mean, if you're looking at the market today, it's kind of a, you know, I would say 40 or 50%, you know, is in the green. Although it does say the day is green over here. You can see that it's outlined in green, so that means today is green, more green than not. But yeah, the year is still green, guys, so that's another good thing to see. But yeah, the last week and month has been disastrous. You know, if I click and you look, yeah, terrible, guys. So anyways, if you want to stake your coins, guys, go to Coinando. That's all I'll say about this. I showed in every video. You know, you can go to Bitcoin, and it shows you, you know, all the limits and things. But yeah, if you like this video, guys, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one.